Hey G-Fans, GoGFan93 here, and I got another list for you. This was a request by J Corolla 4, and he wanted to know what my top 5 Showa monsters were. Now, I'm gonna kind of change this style of the list because if I did the top 5 Showa monsters, I'd be repeating myself because throughout these top 10 lists, I've pretty much indicated which monsters I like and which monsters I don't like, so basically I'd just be repeating myself if I did a list like that. So what I'm actually gonna do is, because he wanted to know my top favorite Showa monsters, I'm actually just kind of gonna change it into my likes and dislikes of the Showa series. So just to, kind of make it a different list, which includes monsters. So, yeah, so without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so what I'll do with this list is I'll just do my, top 3 likes of the Showa series and my top 3 dislikes of the Showa series, or least favorite things. So, yeah, so we'll start with the likes. The first thing is, it's campy but fun. When you watch the Showa series, you have to have the mindset that, these movies were 50s, 60s, and 70s. Movies back then didn't really have a lot of things that we have now, and back then they were just able to have fun with it, and just, like I said, just campy fun, and just popcorn flick, something to watch with your friends on like a Saturday afternoon or something like that, and you guys, and laughing and stuff like that. I do it sometimes with my friends. Me and my friend, we were watching Son of Godzilla, and we were just cracking jokes so many times, whenever something happened in it. So those are something that I like about it. It has that pure, innocent fun with those movies, and I think that's what made Godzilla so great back then. Okay, so my second thing would be that it was a long series. I mean, this spanned through the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and to me that's really awesome, because that means a lot of movies were there, and you got to get a lot of different Godzilla versions, different costumes, different monsters, different storylines going with them all. Granted, some of them weren't as good as other ones were, but I mean, they were still good to have a really long series, especially spanning what, like 3 decades or something like that, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Yeah, that's a long time for a series. So definitely one of my likes. And of course, the number one thing that I like about the Showa series is that the monsters, I mean, all the amount of monsters that were introduced into the Godzilla franchise were just amazing. Gigan, Megalon, Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah, Rodan, Varan, Baragon. I know they had their own movies, but they were in it. Rodan, Mothra, Titanosaurus, shit, there's so many, I can't even top them all off. And then also the countless different Godzilla designs, whether they were good or bad, I mean, it was, definitely, a lot of monsters. And for you, J Corolla, if you want to know, I would say, King Ghidorah, Gigan, Mechagodzilla, Megalon, and, the Smog monster, Hedorah would be like my top 5 Showa monsters if you wanted to know that. So, yeah, that'd be that are the likes of what I like. That didn't make any sense. Just forget I said that. Okay, so now the dislikes of the Showa series. Now, bear with me. Anytime I say anything bad about the Showa series, I seem to get a lot of hate, okay? Don't get me wrong, I love the Showa series, okay? But I have my dislikes about it, and I'm such a passionate fan that I'm not afraid to say when something is a little bit stupid, okay? So, I am a G fan, I'm a hardcore fan, I am a Godzilla fan, okay? But I can have my dislikes. So, you haters who hate on me for not liking something that's old Godzilla, don't do it. I know you probably will, but, whatever. Okay, so, the Showa series, to me, has my least favorite films in them, including Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Son of Godzilla, Godzilla's Revenge, Godzilla vs. Gigan, and Godzilla Raids Again. Now, I know that those movies, they're not so bad, but to me, especially Godzilla's Revenge and Son of Godzilla, cannot stand. That's why when me and my friends watch those movies, we just laugh, we make fun of it, because I can't, there's like no substance for those movies. And that's the problem with the Showa series. That's why it's not my favorite series, because it just has so many not so great movies in it, you know. That's a dislike that I have with it. Another dislike I have is terrible English dub. Okay, I know that in the Heisei and the Millennium series there's also English dub, and it's not the best. I mean, of course it's not. Any kind of dubbing is not good. But the Showa series, for some reason, just didn't. It just really was cheesy, and that's why people make fun of it today, because it just was so cheesy and I don't know. And you know, here's a recommendation: whenever you watch a Godzilla movie, put it on the Japanese audio where you can actually hear the actors, and then just put on the English subtitles. That is the best experience you can get from a Godzilla movie, because you can actually hear what the Japanese actors are saying instead of just an English audio dub that has the wrong affliction or the, you know, different it's just, yeah, do it that way. Don't watch a Godzilla movie in the English way. I mean, for your first time watching in English, but don't. There's a garbage truck outside. I hope that isn't interfering with this, but yeah, so that's another dislike. Okay, now my number one dislike about the Showa series is the 70s. To me, the 70s, I call it the dark ages of Godzilla, because they took away the meaning of Godzilla in the 70s. They made him more kid-friendly. They made him a superhero, basically. I mean, there were things that, like, Batman versus Godzilla. Like, what? You know, they were trying to make him this superhero, and I don't agree with that. He's not a superhero. He's not even a good guy, okay? That's why I like the Heisei series so much, because they brought him back to his roots as a bad guy, even though he helped the humans sometimes. But I mean, his main thing was destroying Tokyo and everything. So, and to me, I think it's because of the 70s that made Godzilla a little bit, well, just a joke to a lot of people out there. I mean, it's, you know, whenever I say that to a random person, I'm a Godzilla fan, and they'll go, oh, you like the guys in the rubber suits and all that stuff, you know, you're okay. I think it's because of the 70s and how cheesy and campy it was. I mean, I know I just said one of my likes were cheesy and campy, but I mean, you know, those 70s movies, man, except for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and Terra Mechagodzilla, but the other ones, I don't know. They're just kind of, so that's my dislikes. So, thanks for watching. If you guys have any of your likes and dislikes of the Showa series, please tell me in the comments. If you hate me for saying bad things about the Godzilla films, tell me in the comments. I would like to know. Yeah, so that's it. Stay big, G-fans.